Rosa Hart. Today's the day we engage those demons for good. That's how Yuri spoke, brought and comforted as he set out. And yet, Yuri thought I cried out his name. Yuri carried on the door, moving not a single muscle. Still, in my sock, I flew out into the inner courtyard after him. Yuri, Yuri. As I cling to Yuri, man gently lift me up. Calm down, he'll be fine. But he's been seriously injured, but his life is not in danger. Oh, he was still alive. Upon hearing that, the tension finally left my shoulders. What happened to him? Well, in place of the medicine, another voice claimed to answer. Yuri went off by himself to save a soldier who was in from the troops by the demons. Huh? Since when had he been standing there? From between of the man carried Yuri, Tenko slipped out in the shadows. Tenko snorted at Mary's response tone. It's nothing that needs to be certain. Although I'm suppose it may been somewhat of a full action. Tenko grins as he spoke. Listen quietly. Oh, does the princess not intend to scold me? Scold you? Why? As one of low status, I thought it may be written for speaking actions of your young lord. I shook my head. I'm not going to do that. You're right, it was foolish of him. I gently needed to be polite or to kill or abandon one of his soldiers. Even I understand that much. But you know, I liked that part of him, of Yuri. I looked firmly at Kern as I spoke. Kern met my gaze head on, and with what I imagined to be a pleasant smile. What a Kern, I feel the same way. Anyway, Madison, bring Yuri inside and see he gets treated. Sure. I thought I saw one of Yuri's eyebrows move, but whether he was unconscious or asleep, he did not open his eyes. I'm coming in. Yes, princess. And it was evening when I walked in, the maid caring for Yuri and the vessels all bowed. You must be tired. I'll take over from here. You may be dismissed. Certainly not. Please rest yourself, princess. I'm okay. I know you must be tired from your work all day. Let me tend to him at night. But so many have died. The castle is short-staffed everywhere. I do not like being the only one without work, so please, princess, thank you. I will accept your kindness. The maid servant bowed once more and then left the room. The rest of you can rest as well. You must be wary for your daily battles. When I spoke to the 10 vessels, they all shook their head no. We don't know when the demons might attack. Sir Yuri is our charge. We must be here to protect him from daggers all costs. It's no time at all. Yuri has earned the love and respect of the vessels. I see. Thank you. I felt the resolve as I gave them my thanks. I was glad to see that the man I brought into this world was adored. Even knowing I was still against them, my conscience felt slightly more at ease. Yuri slept with a frown brow. He must be fragile. There were beds of sweat on his forehead and chest. I'm going to change his clothes. Please help me if you would. Asking for assistance from the vessel still in the room, I removed his sweaty shin clothes. They were heavy with warmth, so then I thought they might drop. He's got a fever. He was given a medicine herb drink earlier, so the fever should be serious by morning. Good. We have to wipe him off. Could you bring me some warm water? Of course. Leaving one man still on ground, the vessel left the room. I gently pressed my hand on Yuri's forehead. This is really one terrible fever. Laying on top of the blanket, Yuri heavy out Ag's breath. His round chest rose with every breath. The sweat of his skin glistened in the lamplight. When did he grow so strong? As a child, well, we sometimes take baths together. Back then, our bodies had hardly different. But now, the body of the man laying before me as the powerful body of a common gentleman. He was more like a complete stranger than my twin brother. I gotta stop this. Realizing the crazy thoughts I was thinking, a bitter smile comes to my lips. It's only felt like he was my brother. He wasn't. No matter how well we got along, he was a stranger, someone from another world. But still, seeing him murdered like this? Iron medicine was spread on his many wounds, and his body was wrapped in bandages. After cleaning his body and putting on fresh clothes, there was a visit to his room. Herb. I came to check on Yuri. Herb sat next to me and stared attention at Yuri's sleeping face. How are things out there? The enemy is closing in. Herb appeared upset, not hurt. They don't yet show sign of attacking, but it's only a matter of time. Only a few days ago, it was said that Nun and Mandarin were holding the demons back. We were supposed to have earned a small response, and yet already. No matter how many demons we kill, they just keep popping up from out of nowhere. Yes, the guards in the watchtower are to alert us at this first sight of any movement. I see. The sun of things looked to be one again, bringing a slow turn downhill. Though I brought in strangers to try and protect the capital, it might fall yet again. The thought wavered heavy on my heart. At any rate, with Yuri down, we are short on man. It appears that it will still be some time before Nun's wounds heal as well. Nun is doing a good job of leading, but alone, the job is too much for him. If Yuri does not recover as quickly as possible, the appeared to be a mirror of current in Herb's eyes, and he looked down at Yuri. Do you know how he was hurt? I do. I saw from the castle tower, and I heard from Medicine and Tower as well. Aren't you going to be angry at him for doing something stupid again, like yesterday? Herb smiles at me. The first smile I've seen since we had met. It was a wavery, bitter smile, but a smile nevertheless. It doesn't appear like that his temper is going to change anytime soon. If he won't listen to Ripen, we just have to keep it in mind and work around it. True. Herb left, and the night gently grew late. I could hear an owl hooting from far off. The vessel on the other side of the screen must have grown tired, judging by the rain snoring. Rose my towel was dry, and after re-wetting it, wiped Yuri's brows with his lips moved. Rose. Huh? Yuri, are you awake? I called out to Yuri, but he had appeared to be talking in his sleep. His lips continued moving through his eyes and remained shut. Rose. Huh? Though he hardly stopped teasing and called me a Taka, his sleep tone was now effective. Hearing him say my name, that was and him to be more. As if we're in fact my brother. I gently took his hand in mine. Yes, I'm here, Yuri. Rose? Unread to my voice, Yuri opened his eyes and seeing me and smiles. It wasn't not the same smile as the one on his face as he joked and called me a Chiraka. It was innocent, like a child's smile, but at the same time, so affectionate my chest felt tight. Yuri squeezed my hand and then croaked out a question. You're not hurt, are you? Are you sad? Don't be silly. You're the one that's hurt. But you look like you were in pain. Me? When? Yuri's lips moved as if to answer, but no sound came from his mouth. What's that? I cannot hear you. For a few moments, Yuri mumbled and groans in his sleep. Is he delirious? As I watched him, confused, all of a sudden he spoke clearly. Now, Lynn. But no, actually I was thinking. Thinking what? Glad that you're... I can't hear you. What are you glad about? The strength of your grip, my hand, grows stronger. He sighs and then beams, a smile full of satisfaction. Oh, right. Didn't the twin brother, see me, before he died? I don't know if he was all fully dead or not, either. Didn't he, see a demon attack us and told us to run? And that's how he died. He could have been still alive, to tell the truth, and was dying. And now that I think about it, oh dear. With that, oh my goodness. Would he remember seeing the fear on my face but not remember his own death? What if he didn't die? Oh God. I have all these thoughts. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm glad that your elegance fell through. This way, for a while, you can stay my sister, only mine. After a quiet groan, Yuri lets out another sigh, this one long and deep. If only you weren't my sister. I mean, technically I'm not. I mean, you don't know that. I mean, I don't know that either. I'm so conflicted. I'm trying to think, what if my brother didn't die and he just killed him? And this guy was my real brother. I mean, the chances of that are very slim, but thinking of it, and I'm trying to remember if he actually died or not, or if that was confirmed. Because she saw him be killed, but was he killed? Did she? I don't think she checked her. I mean, demons were attacking. There's no way she could check his breathing and make sure he's actually dead. But maybe he was still alive, but too weak to talk after being attacked like that. And watch us run in fear and hope we got out safely. Maybe he didn't die and he was close to death when we made the wish. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I mean, it's possible. It is possible. I don't even know. I felt blood rushing to my cheeks. If I weren't his sister, if he weren't my brother, if not, then what? And why was he glad that my engagement fell through? His anger at my being sent by Herb had seemed true enough, but at the same time, had he also been happy about it? Had he been hoping that the two of us would always be together? What? I don't know. I don't want to let go of sand. I had to take my hand away. I knew I did, but I didn't want to let go. I felt awkward and embarrassed, but also happy, even knowing full well that this was my brother. And it doesn't help when she does that. It just confused me more. My heart pounded rapidly. My hand shook. Perhaps seeing those small moments, Yuri consciousness seemed to grow clearly. After this, brow frowned, and then suddenly his eyes flew open. After staring hard at my face, Yuri looked at our hands, and then Yuri pulled them away. Oh God, it hurts. Yuri groans in pain and tries to sit up. You can't get up. You were badly hurt. He nods and begins talking quickly, speaking through the pain. Did I say something to you? No. I don't even have an option. Keep it a secret. Lie. Oh. I love it. I can't even tell you if I wanted to keep it a secret. You sure did. What did I say? It's a secret. I smirked merciful. Please, you have to tell me. Nope, it's a secret. I pulled the blanket back over Yuri's body. Now go back to sleep. You'll have to take it easy. I am torturing you. Yuri's glance shut my face, but when I gave him a smile, he once again closed his eyes. He must have been exhausted. I watched as he lost the battle against the rock sleep. As I look at his face, his words from a moment ago echo unwillingly in my mind. If only you weren't my sister. If Yuri had feelings for me, but since when? Could those be his true feelings? Had his false memories implanted in his brain? Now, if that is true, sweetheart, you might want to be a little bit worried. I mean, what kind of twin brother did you have? His memories were those of my real brother, my twin brother. I could no longer remember. What if my brother, had the feelings for me as a woman? If so, Yuri's feelings for me weren't really his own. He had only acted on the memories of my real deceased brother. Or he is your real brother, huh? Correct. That he didn't really die and was on the brink of death. What a mess. I pulled my hand on the dagger hiding underneath my clothes. Unknowing to me, the deed I have done had ever more serious than I have ever imagined. The next time Yuri opened his eyes was at dawn. His eyes flattened open, and he stared slightly at me. Rose, did you not sleep? Nope. I gently pushed Yuri's chest back down as he tried to sit up. You still have to lay down. If you're worried about me, don't be. Go to your room and get some rest. I'll stay a little longer. This isn't good for your health. I'm fine. Go get some. You're my brother. I interrupt Yuri's words with my own firm status. Huh? You're my brother. What kind of sister wouldn't do everything she could for her brother? Now go back to sleep a little more. I'll be right here. Yuri let himself be pushed back onto the floor, but he looked very weak. Hey, Rose. Yes. Last night, did I say anything? Yuri glanced on me as seriously, with a single line of child. I couldn't look away. No, nothing at all. I already told you, remember? But, yeah, I told you it's a secret. But we are our brother and sister. As your sister, I promise I'll always stay by your side. Oh. I love he forgot that. After that one short word, Yuri closes his eyes. I think that just gave away the answer, like, literally. what I was supposed to say, but whatever. I don't care. Running to the hills. Run, run to the hills. There you are. Oh, hey, Rose. Yuri sits on the phone, broke into a smile when he saw me. When did you sneak out of your room? Everyone's looking for you. It was too boring just laying there all day. Stubborn, as always. But how else will your wounds heal? I'm fine. You say that. I'm going to flick you on the head. But, geez, you really are a Nagtaka. The madder you get, the more you look like one. Yuri then lets out a laugh. The proof of his face was unchanged from before. Or at least, that's how it appeared. But we are brother and sister. As your sister, I promise I'll always stay by your side. Oh. That day he'd been terribly depressed, but I knew that was the right thing to say. A few days later, I was now sure of it. Regarding of whether blood we may or not, he was my brother. I love that even if he's not her brother, he is all of a sudden is her brother, because he is so much like him, I guess. Everyone around believes so, and that's how I thought about him as well, as a dear brother. And besides, where he feels for me aren't truly his own feelings. They could have been the feelings of my true lost brother. Yuri was only thinking of those feelings as his own. Not that there was any way to be sure of that. With my brother gone and my own memories falling. What the are you two doing? I suddenly noticed Herb standing beside me. Herb, how long have you been there? A while. I'm falling in love with my twin brother. That's not my twin brother. It's really hard to explain, Herb. Herb smiled lightly and sat down on the vessel. Neither of you seem to notice me at all, just staring at each other. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, he's blushing. Yuri and I exchanged a glance. A blush loosened on both mine and Yuri's cheeks. Ooh, minute or not to minute? Probably not posted. What are you talking about, Herb? Really, I don't much like the way you praise that. I was simply checking to see how much my sister's face around that of a Taraka. Yuri! Both of our mouths drop open at Herb's laughter. Yeah, that would be shocking. Herb clears his throat and then remains to his usual serious expression. I apologize. I just thought it was nice to see you two get along so well. By the way, Yuri, how are your wounds? Hardly a problem. I'll be ready for battle by tomorrow. Yuri gave a quick short of pillow to move. Watching him off to the side, I felt relieved to see, thank goodness, that he was healing quickly, given how serious his injuries had looked. I thought that Herb looked somehow relieved. That's wonderful, but still, I beg you to not push yourself before you're ready. Herb's right. You have a tendency to be careless. You guys don't have to tell me that, I promise. I'll be good and take it easy. Herb gave a light wave of his hand and then turned to Herb with a serious glance. So, how fares the war? President and have the castle well protected. I see. Yuri nods and then bows his head towards Herb. I apologize to you, to Rasen and Khan, and to all the troops. Due to my action, our Khan have increased. That's a uncertain thing for you to admit. Herb smiled satisfaction. Rather than apologizing, just take care that it doesn't happen again. Rastin had said Yuri was injured going off alone to help a soldier. Yuri cautiously shook his head. I can't make that promise, Yuri. Herb frowned, but Yuri didn't back down. I won't abandon the men who trust and follow us. That won't do anyone any good. However, I will be more cautious not to be injured next time. Herb sighs and shrugs and then stood up. I can see there's no confessing you, so I suppose we can make that compromise. Are you finished lecturing me yet? You understand better than I expect, so I conclude to forgive and forget. Herb gave a quick bow to me and then left. Again, Yuri and I were left alone. As the curtain grew to a halt, a little awkward set in. Change the subject. By the way, Yuri, don't you have to reply your medicine? Yuri answered me with a glance of fern. Yeah, but don't you worry about that. I'll get someone else to do it. But I start to speak, but then stop shortly. Yes, that was for the best. For a while, it would be best if Yuri and I avoid being alone together. I see, please do. I'll be helping out in the kitchen anyway. You? Helping in the kitchen? Yeah, what about it? Help, huh? I would just suspect a Tanaka would be more of a bother than a help there. Yuri. Yuri laughed, looked at me, and then looked away again. From behind him, I watched his expression change. It looked like he were holding back anger. What's wrong? You look angry all of a sudden. Yuri? Herb is a good man, huh? What made you change your mind? I didn't change my mind. I felt that way for a long time. He's always been a little son, but deep down he's not all that. At the point, Yuri suddenly stopped until he said, that's not right. I felt like he used to be a much nicer guy, but I also have the impression that he's always been mean. Why would that be? Okay, you are from the other world. Never mind. Yuri had thought puzzle. Yeah. I guess that perhaps his memories had been scrambled. The fiancé I could remember in my false memories had been a kind person. But the way that Yuri spoke about him, could Yuri and Herb have known each other in the other world, the Daegu had spoke of? Yuri's appearance had grown weary of wonder, and he slapped his legs and then spoke. Anyway, Herb is a good man. You should marry him. And I reply, why are you bringing this up now? That issue's already long past, since over. It's not over. Yuri rose and shook his fist. If it had been for that, I would have Yuri. Yuri made no move to look at me. I felt myself growing sadder and sadder. Painful it was. If I didn't bite my lip, I would have broke into tears. Hey, what's that face for? You look like he was just bullied you. Close enough. Going on about things I cannot do anything about. I already knew. It was I who had got Yuri and the others involved in this world. That was where everything had started. So whether Yuri was worried about it, it was my fault. I have no right to blame him. But even so, I could not accept his feelings like this. After a heavy sigh, Yuri shrugs to speak. Sorry. You're right. It's no use. I have nothing to do with whatever happened between you two. Yuri stood up and started walking off. Where are you going? I must be a little loopy from oversleeping. I'm going to walk it off before I say anything else. But if you do that, your wounds. I'll take it easy, I promise. With a final kind smile, Yuri turns to the corner and disappears. I stood right in place, unable to go after him. The sun shone on the country yard. In here, you never know that there was a war going on outside. Maybe I should just confess everything. How I lost my resolve, watched the castle burn, and turned the dagger for help. How I summoned Yuri and the others here in exchange for trading out my memories. That everyone Yuri remembers of the past were my real and late brother memories. If even after knowing all those truths, he still had these feelings for me. If he did, then what? I felt my cheeks redden at my own whispers. I like Yuri. He easily going and bright personality was smooth in the midst of the time of war. But it's impossible. If he knew, he would surely hate me. He might even wish to return to his own world. Hey you! In a quiet voice, I adjusted the dagger. Hello, how may I help you? The people that I brought here, if they found out the truth, what would happen? Would they want to go back to their old worlds? Well, it's certainly possible that they would return. The false memories are the only tie to this land. Without them, return the world would be a easy fix, I see. I don't have a choice. There's no choice. I have to accept it. It's been me for had summoned them here in the first place. But in truth, I was sad. The thought of them leaving made my heart ache. Them. Suddenly I realized something. Was it really all of them going back to their own world that I was opposed to? No. It was Yuri. Princess, you really don't have to do any of that. I had asked to help, but been turned out of the kitchen again. They had been polite enough, but I still got the impression that my presence was a bother. So I got to sewing room to help with the mending, but the mending the same attitude. I'm fine. I'm not very good, but I'd be more helpful here than in the kitchen. So please let me at least do what I can. 4:30, I grabbed some sewing to do and brought it back to my room. And the last of the fitting every night I then the soldier's clothes. Each piece was well worn from the day battle, tears bright marks. I could tell by the clothes just how difficult a war with demons was than a war with humans. As I sewed, I found my feelings become calmer. It's nice to some sewing once in a while. I always preferred horseback riding, tree climbing, and archery to more lazy activities. I wasn't good at sewing, so I never expected the new work could be so calming. When my heart grew quiet, I found what I had done. I have to tell them. Sooner or later, I had to tell them the terrible crimes I committed. But as now, I could not afford having them to leave. I knew it was selfish of me, but I didn't want more people to die. We were too weak. That's why we lost, and why everyone had died. I knew it was one of those natural kind of war, but I could not stand seeing any more death. But once the war was over, I could tell them, and even if they were angry at me, I would be prepared to accept the blame of my sins. So at least until the war was over, I wanted to be on friendly terms with Yuri. Of course, this too was just my own selfish desires, but still. But how can I go about making it up to him? Brother or not, I only just met him. I had no earthly idea what I could do. Oh my goodness, is this? I noticed a belt jumping around the pile of clothes I was carrying. I wonder if this is Yuri's. No, that wasn't right. This wasn't Yuri's. It was my brother's belt. I've never seen the one Yuri used, but if I recognize this as my brother, it must be so. But how did it get here? I traced the figures along the surface. It was a flower-scented color belt. The color brought back a memory. Forgive me. Huh? All of a sudden, a voice echoed with my head. What's with these flowers? I picked them. For me? Yep, so you can't be mad anymore. It hurts too much to see you mad at me. I couldn't remember his face. I couldn't clearly remember his voice. But yet, inside of me, something was still there. The stone gray color of flowers my brother had picked for me. Flowers for forgiveness. I felt like my brother had taught me that. Something warm blushed against my cheeks. Since the night the castle had failed, I had no spare time to cry. As if the end had been broken through, all of those tears up flowers freely. Can you forgive me for forgetting you? Forgive me, brother, for not realizing how you felt about me. Forgive me for my feelings now towards Yuri. I felt like I heard the words, "Yes, I forgive you." It seems as if this belt had come here to give me a message. Maybe that was just a coincidence, but I wanted to believe it was true. By the time I finished showing, it was late into the night. The place my brother had picked the flowers had been on the castle grounds, but outside the Canberra are the demons had surrounded the castle at the end, but maybe I can still... Bless me. Of course, if I said anything, I'd be stopped. Now, not that I like on attention anyway. I could wait till morning, I thought, but in the end, my patience worn out. That spot had a good lookout. As long as I'm careful, I should be fine. I take a secret path and stuck quickly out of the castle. Yes, the land lay in ruins as far as I could see, but the flowers I learned had somehow survived. Now, all I had to do was quickly pick them. I cautiously walked over towards them and then let out a scream. Oh. Ah! Someone had run popped from there, where in the middle of the flowers. I thought it was a demon, but quickly realized it was not. They, too, shocked and surprised. Oh, hi. Hey, Yuri? Rose? Yuri's eyes widened. What are you doing here? I came to pick some flowers. What are you doing here? I will, Yuri adjusts his glass awkwardly, scratches his head. After a moment of scrying, finding the series, found out a cursing answer. I thought that maybe if I gave you these flowers, it would cheer you up. So you came all the way out here. So what if I did? Is that so wrong? Yuri's tone was paranoid. Tell him it's okay. No, nothing's wrong with that. I can't really scold him. I did the same thing. The one who always brought me flowers after a fight had been my real brother. But maybe I could believe that it truly was Yuri himself that wanted to make up. It's a good thing I was here. What if a demon attacked you all on your own? Yuri thrust the bouquet of flowers at me. Come on, let's get back. I already got the flowers, so I don't need any more. Let's enjoy these flowers together. Yes, you're right. I dropped the gaze of the bouquet and gently pressed my cheek against Yuri's chest. Hey, what's the matter? Maybe it was my imagination, but I felt like Yuri's heart was racing. Yuri? What? There's something I have to tell you. What is it? Not yet. Once this war is over. Once it was over, I would tell him. Then I would be probably accept whatever happened. I don't really get it. Once the war is over, you're going to tell me something, right? I nodded, and Yuri, for some reason, smiled. Understand, I can't wait. Ah, that's so cute. I'm so happy for them. This is a nice one. Hopefully it doesn't have the same good ending as the other one where we die together. Death to both. And they... What? How is that a good end? Yeah! That's the thing I'm hoping for. Please not do that again. That was cruel. Cruel and unthinkable. Peace, guys.